Hey YouTubers and Iraxians, rivaLxfactor here, and welcome to the Biolab Attack Guide. I'm going to go over a couple things you need to know as an attacker to make your attacks short, sweet, get your capture points, kill some people, and get on to the next base. All biolabs have some similarities and they have some differences, and most of the differences lay on the outside of the actual biolab itself, which is in the background there. The first thing we're going to look at is a vehicle shield right here. I'm TR. I can drive through this with a vehicle. I can fly through this. I can walk through this. Enemy infantry and maxes can walk through that, but their vehicles cannot. So if you see this, what should your first step be? Well, you're going to need to either fly over and get out or throw some infantry through there. And two ways to capture this. One, look for the capture point, which is indicated by this up arrow. Go put a couple bodies on that and hold that till it caps. The second way is to blow up the vehicle shield generator. Go plant the bomb on this. Anyone can do it. Walk up to it, hold E. It sets for a set period of time. If you defend it successfully, it'll blow up that shield. Okay? You can also save it if you're a defender. So keep people off of that. So there are multiple capture points around a biolab, always multiple forms of entry, and they're always indicated by these up-looking arrows here. Here's another one, but this one's different. Why is it different? Because it allows you access into the actual biolab. Well, how do I know that? It's simple. You look for the icon such as that. That's a teleporter icon, and if you can use it, it'll be your empire's color. So here's what happens. We capture this as an attacker. We can now use this if it's blue or purple or red, depending on our empire. How do we use this? We simply walk through. We're now in a protected zone. Friendlies can shoot out. They can't shoot in. Friendlies can walk out, friendlies can walk in, enemies cannot walk in or shoot in. But be careful, some of the weapons that have splash damage, like grenades, if they get one just right, there's about a 2-foot blast radius, so don't stand right on the little protective zone here. All right, so we've established that, and there are multiple of these, typically around different types of biolabs and bases. All right. So there's two capture points on the outside. So let's show you a third. A third one is going to be up in the hills over here, and it's going to be much the same. It is going to feature a teleport placement. So, okay, we found and located two spots that we could teleport in at. All right, it's right in front of me if you guys can't see it, right where I'm shooting. That's two ways to get in the base. So let's say this. We get the shield gen down for the vehicle bay, or the vehicle shield. We get a couple capture points on the outside. That has nothing to do with actually capturing the base. And let's say we clear out their enemy vehicles, and we've got them bottled up. And we've got a couple sunderers, which are mobile spawn points. How else can we get in the base besides those 2 points? Well, let's go over a couple more spots. But before we do that, let's talk about another shield gen and a do not. A lot of people attacking make the mistake of bottling up right here. This is a vehicle shield. You can't shoot through it, enemy or friendly. Okay, I'm TR. I should be able to shoot through that. I can't. Enemy vehicles cannot shoot through this on any side. Friendly vehicles cannot shoot through this. A friendly vehicle, if he wants to shoot through this, has to pop all the way out, take a shot, pop all the way back. Big waste of time. So what should you do as an attacker? Have a tank or two down here just to bottle up their armor from coming out. And remember, if they don't have link to a tech plant, nothing scary is going to come out of there. A sunderer, a lightning, a flash. Pretty easy to kill if you've got a couple tanks out here, right? So don't waste your time pooling up in this area. Even if this shield goes down, you will never be able to use this teleporter if you're the enemy empire. There's nothing you could really do down here. So when this shield goes down, what can you do? Probably blow up these terminals so they can't roll out vehicles, especially if they have tech plant links. But don't waste your time down here. So let's talk about another way into the base that I was alluding to a second ago. And these are jump pads or teleportation or elevators, if you want to call them. We don't need that anymore. And they're indicated by these nice little yellow ups and blue downs. All right. So this is another way. Throw a sunderer down there. Make sure it's protected. And here you go. Now you're up on one of the landing pads. So now we've gone over 3 distinctive points of access for the attack. Now here's where the good stuff has to happen. There are all kinds of shields and generators in this base that we need to knock down. All right, so let's take a walk around now that we're in here. The first shield generator that we're going to talk about is pretty important. This one right here. And this should be your first line of attack. You can start capturing points. This Biolab has 3 capture points. Some have 4. All right, and they could be various spots. But always familiarize yourself with this logo. All right, what does this do? Let's say we set this in attacker, and it blows up. What does that give us access to? Number 1, remember that shield downstairs? It takes that away. Number 2, it takes down this shield. Why is that important? Because that generator right there controls the enemy's ability to spawn here. Or in my case, my ability to spawn here, right? Once you blow that up, the TR can no longer spawn in this room. They have to rely on outside spawn points. So, if you've taken the outside area, watch for TR sunders, watch for enemy movements, and kept them off, this base is yours. Now, let's go over a couple other notes. You can shoot through this. They can't. You can walk through this. They can't. So use this as a defensive barrier if you're taking the area. Another thing of note is when this generator blows up, it goes boom in a big way. If it's going to blow up, get the heck back. It will insta-gib everything within about a 15 to 20 foot radius. I've seen this thing kill 15 people at once and got a good chuckle out of it. So remember that shield downstairs that we were talking about? That generator controls it. I just talked about that. I'm TR. I can use this teleporter. Nothing you could do from the enemy empire will ever let you use this teleporter. You take that down, you take down these shields as well. All right? So, again, there's nothing you could really do as an attacker except maybe prevent them from coming down and getting vehicles. So keep a tank down here. Keep a guy or two. Blow up their terminals. All right? Or just bottleneck them up. Now let's talk about the actual capture points real quickly. This is how you capture the base with ease. Take down the shield generator. Take down the actual spawning generator, or as this game calls it, the SCU, and you'll hear it referred to multiple times in-game by the in-game voice commands. So there's 3 points here, all right, and it all has to do with your influence. Obviously, NC has 0 influence here, VS has 0 influence here, so the more outside space you guys have captured, the quicker this would be. So let's say NC captured Shadespire, and they captured Silver Valley. And they would only really need to hold one of these points. So let's say you don't get the generators down, all right, and it's just crazy fight up here. Have one, try to secure a second, and this will be a very quick cap. But remember, they're still going to come from the spawn area indicated by those 2 pistols. So wherever you're at, you're always going to know their main spawn area. Now, here's what you have to worry about. Let's say you've got their shield gen down, you've got the SCU down, and you've got this base captured. Now is not the time to sit on your hands, because what can happen? They can take an outlying cap point. They could take an area, all right, such as this or this. And if they have tech plant, guess what? They're going to be rolling Vanguards, Mag Riders, Prowlers, clear out everything you have down below. Because remember, you only have mobile spawn points and quick cap points. That's all you have as an attacker. So if you're attacking, you're also a defender. So if you're sitting up here and you're kind of bored, go take a look. Go down your vehicle, go outside, swing back to one of your cap points, and make sure the coast is clear. I can't tell you how many times my group or the Empire has resecured a base with less than 3 minutes left on the capture point. By simply getting the generator up and killing 1 or 2 enemy spawn points down below and bottling them up at one of their last spawn points. You get a couple vehicles here, and that's their last spawn point. Guess what? Free kills, because there's no teleporter. They have to run back. All right, so be mindful where the teleporters are. Be mindful of your outside spawns, and push the generators. Know where they're at. Always look for the icons and the logos, because that will make capturing a base easier. Always look for this logo. That's the shield generator. And then just go for the middle, as indicated by this logo that I'm looking at that's 10 meters away. So if you're having a problem wondering how to cap bases, hopefully this helps. This is short, sweet, and to the point, and should help you get those high cap points, gain those certs, and move on. Thanks for watching this tutorial, guys, and we will talk to you soon.